Hello, Belinda here from Recruitment Garage. I want to talk to you today a little bit about content because content is incredibly important to help you scale and grow your business, but sometimes it can just feel overwhelming. Now, this isn't going to be a whole content lesson. I just want to share a couple of things with you that I think you'll find interesting when it comes to thinking about your content. So, couple of rules here. The first thing what you want to do with content is make sure in this day and age that is always valuable to your audience. Make sure that you understand what their problems are and only talk to them about things that you know that are going to be really valuable to them. And if you don't know, find out. So before you start writing content so that you know, or writing, videoing, podcasting, whatever you're doing, so that you know it's going to hit at the right level. And once you've done enough content, you'll see what your metrics are and you'll start to see what people are looking at and what they're not looking at to really help you understand what that is. So first thing is we want your content to be incredibly valuable to your market. You used to be able to get away with just putting stuff out there, but there's so much now that it has to be relevant and really hit home, hit the heart, so to speak. So people go, oh my God, that person is speaking to me. The second thing is, and I don't know if you do this, I'm sometimes a little bit guilty of it myself, but we want to make sure we forget the metrics that don't matter. It's very easy for a social media platform to let you know who's clicking, who's liking, who's doing all that sort of stuff. It's all there for them. And there's a certain degree of value in it, but that's not as important as you, like watching those and following those is nowhere near as important as you making sure that you're putting out content consistently that is of value. Good content sent out consistently will trump everything else. And what you'll see is that sometimes it takes a bit of time to get up and running, but if you can get in the habit of just doing content consistently that really speaks to the pain points of your market, if you do that for a few months or so and look back, you will definitely see it's made a difference. I've got people in my program who have just trusted the process and gone out and built different sorts of content machines. And then they'll kind of say, Belinda, we're getting more business. We're not quite sure where it's coming from, but we know it's coming from our content. And sure, it'd be great to know where everything comes from. We can make decisions around that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're getting the deals through the door, that's the main thing. And if you keep going consistently and driving that content, that's what will continue to happen for you. Something that really helps as well is taking all the businessy speak out of it, just having conversations. One tip that might help you here as well is if you imagine, like I'm just staring into a camera at the moment, but if I can imagine that I'm talking to somebody who's interested, might be one of the people in my program, somebody I've had a conversation with in the market, if I think about talking directly to them, it sort of changes the tone and the empathy that's held within the conversation that I'm having. So whether you're writing or it's audio or it's video, the same applies. And I think you'll find if you do create content with holding a specific person in mind, it will come across a little more personal, empathetic, perhaps interested. And just those subtle nuances can sometimes be the difference between content falling flat and not. I've seen tests done where people have sort of gone into studios and they've, created beautifully polished content versus just sitting at their desk, looking pretty casual, talking about something, and that's done far better. So you don't have to have all the video production and everything working perfectly. You just have to know what people want, talk about it, help them out, do it consistently, don't get obsessed by it, and you will be able to really leverage the power of content marketing, which is incredibly powerful and right at your fingertips. So a couple of tips there to help you with your content and social media. Until next time, farewell.